Greetings, my name's Joe Bob, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. Well, our prior endeavors have not exactly gone particularly well, especially the previous episode. As you can probably tell just from the thumbnail of that previous episode. So, you know what? I'm out of ideas. Let's, for once, actually listen to the narrator. Let's slay the princess, shall we? Well, shall we, audience? Answer me! God, you guys are so rude. Anyways.
You're on a path in the woods.
And at the end of that path to the cabin,
you're here.
Yada yada yada. Alright. Let's do this then. Sweet! I've always wanted to go to Alpha Monarch. Viva la Revolution!
That's the spirit.
Yeah!
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. A warning.
Yeah.
She will lie.
Yeah. So I've heard.
The interior of the cabin is all the blade.
Alright.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Stab, stab, stab.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds...
Yeah, heard all this before. Alright, let's just continue down silently.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs.
Oh, shit. Wrong save button.
She's so focused on the task at hand.
And
Don't worry.
there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Don't worry, I am entirely focused on the task at hand. No talking, no nothing. Just stab.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this. You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
Quite
You
so.
feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh,
Oh, indeed.
this is it, isn't it?
Seems like it.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder, do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
That's a good question. It certainly wasn't the last time I did it.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Curious, isn't it?
Yes, even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well. But it's over, isn't it?
Is it?
She stopped breathing moments ago, that arrogant look still plastered on her face.
I think we should stab her a few more times just to be sure. And then, I don't know, check her wrist for a pulse while stabbing her? Or the...
But is it over? Really over?
It's never over, is it? Never going to be over. It's 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 never going to be over. I'm not sure. I feel like she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve. If I turn my back to her eyes are still open. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Her eyes don't they close often don't close when you die, but it's as if she's still staring. Her eyes don't look dead. Her limbs still look almost like she's pretending to be limp, not as if they're actually limp. I'm not sure.
It's over. You could check her sleeves if you want, but I can assure you that there's nothing hidden up there.
There's not really much room for it to be hidden.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse?
Yeah, probably for the best. We can pin her arm down and check it for a pulse. See, and maybe I'd suggest checking her breathing, but I don't want to I don't want to bring our limbs that close to her head. She might bite them off.
I really don't think you should do that.
And why is that, narrator?
And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
There's always a million things he's not telling us.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
There has been in the past. Let's remove the blade, why don't we?
You lean down and wrap your hand around the blade's hilt. But as you begin to slide it out of its resting place, you feel a sharp and sudden jab
God
in
damn
your
it!
side.
You didn't pin down her arm, you idiot!
What was that?
Good fucking question. Did she have a knife?
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Damn it, where the fuck was she hiding a knife? Or did she just fucking jam her arm into my chest?
Quick,
damn it.
let's get out of here. It's too late for that now. You collapse to the ground as the mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs.
Fuck! I knew it! You should have goddamn pinned down her arm, you fool! I was gonna have you chop off her arm if with the knife, just in case. Too late
As
for
you
that
fall,
now.
She falls with you, exhausted by the effort, the little life that was left in her eyes fading rapidly.
Wait, where the fuck is her knife? Or did it just fall on the ground or something? Well, this is vaguely romantic.
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Guess so. Although, considering all those times I've tried to save you, well, you wouldn't know about those.
See you around.
See you around, partner.
You were so close. Why did you hesitate? It doesn't matter. At least you managed to take her with you. For whatever that's worth.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2, The Razor. Ooh.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her.
But I already slew the princess. Sure, she also killed me, but I definitely got her. Why am I here again?
I can assure you that you didn't slay her and that she didn't kill you. People don't just spring back to life after dying, and the two of us are meeting for the very first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then...
This whole thing's a crock of shit.
Exactly.
She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Exactly, cheated. This whole... Promised that it would be alright if I just killed her. Well, I did, and look where we are now. God damn it. I regret listening to you now, narrator. You...
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
You always say, oh, she's just a harmless princess, and then she fucking murks us. Bastard.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. You said this whole thing would be easy, but after we sank our blade into her heart, she just got up and started stabbing us.
Exactly.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
She has no weapons. You have no reason to fear her. Shut the fuck up. Yeah.
Those are two... Let's say you died last time, which we mostly listened to.
Yeah.
How were we supposed to know she'd spring back to life? If she sprung back to life in this hypothetical scenario, then clearly you didn't slay her.
We did our fucking best. I mean, not entirely our best. We should have fucking pinned down that arm, goddammit. But other than that, what did you expect us to do? Fucking, I mean, I was going to, I was pulling out the knife so that I could double tap, stab her a few more times just to be sure, but she got us before I could.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right.
I was doing it right. You're the one who suggested I just leave her without checking to make sure she was actually dead. Accusing me of not slaying her properly when I was the one who was... Never mind.
And I believe your other question... What do you mean? Yes, but had you failed?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone
Exactly.
else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get out of here.
Yeah. I've been saying that since for ages, but... But there's nowhere else to go, is there? There is no everyone else or world or anything. There's just this path and this cabin and these trees.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone... We were so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice. If
You'd
we're
be surprised.
careful, we should be fine.
I think she actually can get the drop on us twice. I mean, get the drop on us twice. I mean, she did last time. Not the previous chapter, but the previous video, I mean.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Well, maybe if we had something better than just a fucking knife, if we had like a proper sword or axe or something we could really hack her to pieces with.
She will lie.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you.
Yeah, and I'm stuck here with him.
We know what to look out for this time. We know to be careful.
Do we? I still have no idea where the fuck she pulled a knife from. I have no idea what to look out for. I mean, a knife, obviously, but I was looking out for that to begin with. And who you know to be careful. That's what I was doing. Well,
just
whatever.
stay focused and you'll be fine.
So you said, but I was pretty fucking focused last time. More focused than you, narrator. Maybe if you let me do my job without any stupid
The
interruptions.
interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards. Their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered glass. The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
What a mess this place is.
The blade is your
Yeah.
Very different. Maybe that's because... So
Okay.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
Huh. Like... Oh. That's interesting. This is a bit different, isn't it? See, I care about whether I'm being lied to.
As do I. I'm not lying to you.
Huh. I don't know why. It's funny how they've managed to put me in the mindset of that additional voice that I get in the later chapters every single time. I mean, never quite so well as the Contrarian, but done a pretty good job so far. All right then.
You walk up to the... It's real.
Yep.
You reach forward.
As usual.
It was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
You and me both, man. Should we take the blade? I'm not entirely sure. I mean, the obvious thing to do would be to take the blade, but that's exactly why I'm suspicious of it. Maybe. Fuck it, let's just go down to the basement without the blade. What could possibly go wrong?
Are we really doing this without a weapon? You know she has one, right?
Exactly. That will give me the moral high ground.
Once again, I'd like to remind you that she's unarmed. But you're right, this would be a lot easier if you had the blade. I hope you know what you're doing.
No, I really don't, and I never have.
The door to the basement creaks open,
Yeesh,
revealing
Splinter
what was
Central.
once stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall. The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Oh, shut up. You say that every time, even when it looked practically luxurious back during the damsel chapter.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something, I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head.
How am I supposed to do that? It's the only one I have.
Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Is she mocking me? That really sounds like a mocking tone of voice. Well, if she's in a good mood, maybe this will go well.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
Oh wow, that's definitely a mocking look on her face. That's the sort of look that tells you, what? I'm perfectly innocent. What could possibly give you the impression that I have a knife ready to stab you as soon as you come close? How ridiculous. Oh man, I like her already.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Yeah, well, or maybe, do you mean I'm not safe here?
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
I don't know what you're talking about, cheated. You're just being paranoid. I think she's perfectly harmless. You're being ridiculous, and she's not trying to trick us. She's not even. I'm not certain she's even trying to trick us, frankly.
Exactly. She sounds threatening because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here.
Look at that devilish smile. She looks shiftier than a sand dune. She's beautiful, isn't she?
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
What are you waiting for? Gosh, she's such a smarmy asshole. Let's see. Wow, there's a lot of options. Bloody hell. I feel like if I do this, she's probably just gonna stab me in the back. I mean, that would be assuming she can get to me, but she can probably, if she's got a weapon, she can probably just chop her arm off. Just like I did. Back during the damsel route. Bloody hell, there's a lot of options. What if we're both honest with each other? I was sent here to stop you from ending the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart.
That doesn't sound like me.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen.
Narrator, you're not any more convincing than she is. You're ganging up on me with these very with these very poor attempts at deception.
Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this.
Exactly.
I'm not listening to her. She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Maybe.
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
I don't think I'm doing anything at all. I think the world is just warping around me. But... let's see... I don't have a weapon. Isn't that a sign of a goodwill?
Yes! Yes, of course! Haven't you seen that I've only been nice to you since you got here?
Has she?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Her words have been fine, but her general attitude's been weird and extremely suspicious. And I think that's what really counts. This shouldn't even be a question. She absolutely has not been nice. I have absolutely zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Yeah.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
I suppose. To be fair, even if she had no weapon, she could just try and throttle me as soon as we get close.
But you know
If
who
she has
has the
the strength.
capacity to quickly arm himself? You do. So stop second-guessing yourself, go upstairs, take the blade, and do your job. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Let's just ask her straight out. If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No! I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
It's like the way she... a sweet innocent, as if she doesn't... the way she pronounced innocent, as if she isn't even familiar with the word. That's a nice touch. Well, that sounds
And
just...
you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to, not stabbing distance to help me.
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance. Oh, I'm sorry.
Look at
Do
her
you think I'm in a
sweating.
position of luxury right now?
Yeah.
You're acting like you are.
My entire world is at risk. And maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A
Exactly.
bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No, I have my dignity. Fine, and will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
Meh. Oh, I like this guy. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I'm convinced that she's clearly above board, is not suspicious in the slightest. And me saving right here has absolutely nothing to do with any suspicions. I'm 100% convinced she has no ill intent. Look at her sweat nervously like a person telling the truth. Yep. Let's see. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
That's actually a good question. Where did she keep that knife?
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
Nah, that's a perfectly reasonable thing to want to do to someone you don't know.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone today.
Don't be ridiculous, cheated. That's a perfectly reasonable thing to mention.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
Oh, shut the fuck up, narrator. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife. I'm not sure.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
Well, I can think of one way you can show me that you don't have a knife on your person. If you catch my drift.
The
princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
That does at least ease my suspicion that that you were just holding your hands behind your back because you're keeping a knife there. Unless, of course, you stabbed it into your dress to hold it there, but I'm not sure that will work.
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
Oh yeah, take it all,
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
Practically. You sound like a fucking used car salesman right now. But what if you're just hiding it somewhere secret? If you know what I mean.
I've shown you all of my hiding spots. What kind of princess do you think I am? I would never hide something sharp somewhere secret.
I'd like to hide something sharp somewhere secret, if you know what I mean.
Wait, that sounds like I'm lying, but I'm actually not. My secret zones are for me, only they have nothing to do with you or my intention to not stab you to death the second you get close to me.
I'd like to stick something sharp in your secret zones, if you catch my drift.
Her smile drops for a moment, her expression sharp and flat.
I assure you, there's nothing hidden there.
Oh shit, I think she heard me. Whoops.
I'm inclined to believe her on that one. She seems serious.
Of course, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't have something hidden somewhere. We know for a fact she's armed.
Hang on. Sure, there's nothing hidden there. Well, at least that's some comfort, given that that she's telling me that there's no thing there. I'm certainly not into that. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I trust her. Let's go right up into stabbing distance. Okay, fine. I'm going closer to for you. You better not try anything.
Of course I won't.
Yeah, what am I saying? Of course you won't. You can't possibly have anything to stab me to death, and so that you can. You can't possibly have something that you could use to lop my arms off, stab into my kidneys and other organs, and eat them like a shish kebab. That would be ridiculous.
Against your better judgment, you walk across the room to within arm's reach of the princess.
What do you mean against my better judgment? This is my better judgment. She is 100% trustworthy. How could such a pure, innocent creature possibly be of any harm to us? You are a fool, narrator, and she is a beautiful damsel in distress.
I don't like the way you said within arm's reach.
Don't be paranoid, cheated.
You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat.
Oh my god! How could anyone have predicted this incredibly unpredictable turn of events? This is completely out of the blue, and I couldn't possibly have seen this coming.
Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first.
Oh? Oh, that is actually surprising.
Then yours.
Oh.
Your neck, specifically.
Never mind then.
Against your better judgment, you walk across the room to within arm's reach of the princess. I don't like the way you said within arm's reach. You hear the horrible sound of metal slicing through meat. Whose meat? Not ours, right? Hers, at first. Then yours. Your neck, specifically.
Hee
The way she just that like she was a delightful little scamp that just pranked someone. And I mean, that is not far from the truth.
You collapse to the ground, your vision swimming as you attempt to focus on her bloody blade and the limp sack of flesh that was once her arm.
Oh. Well, that explains where she was hiding it. What the fuck? That's a new one. Come, Princess, as my last request, please come a bit closer so that I can look up your dress.
You're going to die now.
Okay then.
And with a quick jerk of her
Fair
elbow,
enough.
she does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Well, guess we're seeing chapter 3 again. No way out. Well, that's comforting.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Oh look, it's blades of grass.
You're what? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of
Oh,
curved
shit.
and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do?
Good fucking question. Shit, they just straight up fucking warped me straight to the cabin. Alright, that expedites matters.
I feel dizzy.
Ho 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 ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
Yeah, we're beginning to believe.
Nobody holds the cards. That's how it's always been. That's unfortunately how reality works.
That's what you'd like us to believe. For the longest time it's been you, or sometimes her, that holds the cards. But now we're holding the cards, motherfucker.
Who cares about cards?
You're all acting like this is about winning and losing, while this is actually about having fun.
Ha! Contrarian! My brother! Ah, you bring in a delightful the levity to any macabre situation.
Is this fun for you? It's not fun for me. I don't like being sliced to pieces.
Oh, get over it, Broken. Also, wow, that's the two voices in a single again, two more voices in a single chapter. That's new. As are you.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times? This is our third? No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
Well, not the first time. She didn't escape that time. We killed her. Probably.
That can't be right. That's too much responsibility.
I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Exactly, Broken. Exactly.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched.
We take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And then we throw it out the window.
Brother! It's been too long! Ah, no wonder. Ah, it's been so long. I was starting to doubt whether you were really at the top of my list of favorite voices, but no question about it. Contrarian is Bestrian.
What? That blade is the only edge we have. We are not.
Too late, because we already did it, didn't we?
That we did, man.
Fortunately for the rest of you, and for me, and for the sake of the world, yes.
Ha ha! Eat shit, narrator. Oh man, these last couple of runs have been so depressing. I've forgotten what it's all been for. Fucking over the narrator at every turn. Thanks for reminding me, Contrarian.
That is horribly unfair. He shouldn't be allowed to just do things like that. We're the one who made us pick it up. See? You're not the only one who can figure out how to do things.
Yeah, you want to talk about it being unfair? I haven't made a decision this whole chapter so far.
What's done is done. I suggest you make the best of it. You're all so mad at each other. I'm just going to sit here quietly in the corner. You can be the ones to figure out what to do.
Alrighty then. You do that.
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there?
Yeah. It doesn't look like a hole, even beyond the mirror. It just looks like a solid thing of sheet metal. Mostly solid, anyways.
You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right?
But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again.
It isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
I can't, or maybe it's just your reality that I can't see.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
I'm not we probably look pretty awful to begin with, frankly.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
How could you say that? How can we be a dashing hero if we've got feathers out of place? For shame, cheated. Have you no pride? You said it, Broken.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open.
Huh. It still didn't even look like a door, actually. Just looked like a piece of sheet metal with a handle. I guess that's what it was, since it's not exactly a frame.
And the mirror's gone. How surprising.
This? Hang on. This looks shiny enough that it to be reflective. Why couldn't we just look at ourselves in the metal?
I can't say I was particularly invested in looking at it before, but now I really want to see what's in it. If it's so keen on hiding from us, whatever it has must be real good.
Yeah.
Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused and you'll be fine.
Right. He said that.
You step
Last
forward,
time. Whoa.
but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Well, that bodes ill.
As your body tumbles onto the basement landing, the form of the princess comes into view, wryly smiling at you from a distance.
That's where it all started. That smile. That damn smile.
Hi, it looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. And you still don't have a weapon. That's funny. That's a joke. I'm going to kill you now.
Glad you're having a good time. I certainly am.
Yes, that was extremely silly of whoever did that. Probably a bad idea.
Oh, you landlady fucker. You're just having a whale of a time, aren't you?
That was you.
I know, I'm just trying to add some levity to this.
And it's very appreciated, Contrarian, as ever.
Well, since all of this was your idea, how about you figure out how to get us out of it?
Oh, guys like us don't get to make any decisions. You should know that. I decided to pick up that blade, and you decided to throw it out the window.
This is why we've already lost. Can't even stop bickering with us.
But it's so fun,
How are
though.
we supposed to beat her without a weapon? She's so sharp.
But we're pretty sharp ourselves, ain't we?
Your internal bickering
Oh.
is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat.
Cut
From the
short.
princess's arms erupt twin blades, glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor.
Man, you're not even trying to convince me that she doesn't have a weapon this time, are you? Twin blades this time, huh? Did she have a second blade last time? Or is this new? She didn't bring it out last time, but maybe she just didn't feel like she needed it because we got close, you know?
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Oh, don't make it sound like it's some incredible ordeal. Like 12
Alright, I'm out
steps.
of ideas. What are we doing?
Dying, I think. Fighting her somehow. We're gonna appeal to her authority. Dodge. We're going to let her stab us, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. Man, all these ideas suck. That's easy. I'm going to try flirting with her. That is the best of ideas.
Now that is an interesting move.
Ah, man. For a contrarian, you sure do have my back all the time, don't you? Or perhaps it's more me having yours.
Interesting? It's disgusting.
Shut up.
Don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
How could you call our beloved disgusting, you foul creature?
Yeah, do we have to flirt with the murderous monster?
Yes.
Of course we do. I'm into it. The one making the decisions is into it. Are you not? I don't think so. I don't know.
She's wearing him down.
I could go either way, honestly.
She doesn't want us.
Don't sell yourself short, Broken.
You're just saying that because you want her to be into you.
I know. I thought I was being obvious.
Let's see. Anyone ever told you how gorgeous you are? I just really feel like I really get you. I like you, romantically even. Maybe we can have this over a date. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death, or give her the look. The look, huh? Which one would that be? Magnum, Le Tigre, or Blue Steel? Probably Blue Steel.
The look.
Yeah, the look.
Yeah, the best flirts know how to flirt without saying anything. We just have to let her know, right?
Right.
You flash the princess,
The look.
and a rosy blush rushes to the princess's cheeks as she breaks into a wide grin. Unbelievable.
Wait, that worked? I mean, of course it worked. We're such a dashing hero. That of course she'd fall for us with but a look.
Oh, is that how it is? Yeah, okay, I feel that. I like you too. Neat.
Hot damn, it actually did work. Neat.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
Seems like it.
Still going to kill you. But now we could both enjoy a mutual romantic subtext to the murder.
Oh. Even better.
Or not.
Oh,
At least she likes us. I've never been liked before.
don't say so short. We all like you, don't we?
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you and skewers you.
Magnificent, wasn't she? Well, that went well.
Ow.
Quite so.
What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit?
Exactly.
What is that she likes us. She's even said as much.
Yeah. Also, why are you here already? That we haven't gone to chapter 4 or whatever yet. These things are getting really weird. 2 voices in one chapter and then another voice in the same one. Things really are falling apart, aren't they?
Oh, a new one of us.
Yeah.
I thought that only happens when we die. Did we die?
I mean, probably?
Nah. We'd know if we died. Right?
Maybe? I mean, if we actually properly died, we wouldn't know it because we wouldn't know anything because we'd be dead. I don't think we've ever actually been dead, but we have died.
You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
We are here, held captive by the beauty of the princess. Our whole world is just her.
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Don't be ridiculous.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead.
Exactly.
This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here? I don't actually know how to answer that question. think he means how many times have we died. Yes, that. Oh, I've lost count, to be honest.
I think 3.
I
yet.
haven't.
Or
It's
no.
4.
4. That doesn't quite add up. What are you talking about?
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
I'm glad I have such a supportive lover.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
There's a certain logic in that, considering we've already seen that voices can, under certain circumstances, have some effect on reality. And it seems to be independent of each other. So yeah, if we get enough, maybe we can rewrite reality entirely. That's not a bad idea.
Art eventually.
Yeah, we can rewrite reality so we can be together. And so there will actually be a world for us to be together in. We'll create something greater. Or maybe we'll just be stuck here getting killed by her forever. Either works.
Come on, show me something new.
What's this? All these ideas suck. Think up something better. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. We're going to let her stab us, and we're going to have a stiff upper lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves feel it. Let's see. No, hang on. We're not going to go with. I'm going to go with not letting her stab us. We can dodge, right? Yeah, that's the option. Dodge. Insert clip here. It doesn't work, and she kills you again, and again, and again, and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. Just keep dodging. She skewers you.
What's the point of avoiding me if you're not going to fight?
Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder.
Yeah! Suck her in the jaw! Break off one of her knives!
She skewers you.
Oh.
More noise isn't helping. It's just making it harder to focus. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
Is she getting more knives each time? Yeah, more and more of them poking out.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
And why would I want to with such a rapturous, captivating woman waiting for me?
It doesn't matter how many times this takes. We can't give up.
Yeah!
We don't even have a weapon.
Who needs one?
Yeah, some clod threw it out the window. Again, that was you. No, I was just the clod who suggested it. And if I knew we'd be stuck here forever, I wouldn't have done that. She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
Thank you.
See? We lasted a little longer.
Did we?
Barely. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
I'm not certain she has a better nature. This is as best as it gets, after all.
She skewers you.
Quite so.
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. Fine. One last time. None of this is working. Think. Think.
Think, Mark, think!
She skewers you.
Well, thinking sure didn't help. Guess we... Guess it's worthless
And
then.
then everything goes dark, and you die.
Aha! Chapter 4, The Empty Cup. Well,
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin. Take it from here.
taking control.
No steel claw, though.
Steel claw, what?
Was tossing it the only thing we've done that was permanent? That's a sick joke, universe. A sick, sick joke.
Quite so. Clearly it's because the Contrarian is the one that is the only person the universe really listens to. And can you blame it? Contrarian is clearly the one most worth listening to.
If it's gone for good, then maybe we never actually needed it.
That's the spirit skeptic.
That's what I've been telling you. We can do this without it. We're tougher than steel.
Yeah!
Yeah, mind over matter.
Yeah!
Who needs violence when you have love?
Yeah!
Who needs love when you've mastered yourself?
Yeah! Oh, I'm glad to see you're all in high spirits.
Who needs anything when we don't matter?
Okay, I spoke too soon.
Well, boys, are we ready?
Ready as we'll ever be, opportunist.
There are entirely too many of you. How about you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them? Yeah, leave it to the pros.
And we're certainly pros at this point. Been here long enough, at least.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Even if we just continue to die, it's an honor and a privilege to die alongside you good fellows. This band of brothers.
Fine by me. You walk to the door and onto the basement stairs, only it's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along. Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this.
Good. Maybe if we were describing things, things would go better.
Don't care. Just want to see how this ends. Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together.
Of course not. How could you ever doubt me? Cut me into 1,000 pieces and I'd still bring myself back together to meet you. Also, your top is coming off. Just thought I should mention.
But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that.
Yep.
I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it?
Ooh. I like to see anything you have for me, especially if it involves you taking off that dress even further.
I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it though. Just you wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Are you now? Oh, quit sulking.
Are you going to say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
That's been me this whole game.
Yeah, me too. I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
Her new thing, you say? I don't know that I'm into that.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists, splitting into red gleams of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. It becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
I guess I was right. She did take off that dress. More or less. Huh. That's a new one.
Are you ready for what comes next?
Boy, am I ever.
Holy shit!
Took the words right out of my mouth.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
You know, actually,
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
you know, stubborn, smitten, I couldn't agree more. She is magnificent. Absolutely captivating, isn't she? Stubborn? Just for that, you've shot up my list of favorite voices. Hot damn. You really are a man of culture, aren't you? Oh, I could stare at that for hours. Wow. I really shouldn't stick my dick in that. However...
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
Alright, don't worry, Contrarian. Your place at the top of that list is completely assured.
That looked painful. How is she still alive? Heart's still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
That's a bit meta. Yeah. Funny that she can survive with just her heart, considering we needed 3 additional pieces of our body to survive when our organs are failing us.
I'd say we bow down to her right now if that had ever even slightly worked for us.
Yeah, you're learning, aren't you?
This is all just a sick joke. I hate existing.
Come on, Broken. Things are just getting really fun.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
Oh, don't rage quit now. Things are getting fun.
All right,
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
What just happened? It's so quiet.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You weren't taking it seriously before? How dare you? I always took it seriously. You do not act as the princess approaches, instead allowing her to crash against your form. And yet, there was seemingly nothing for her to crash against. Again and again she swings at you, but there never really was a you to swing at.
This worked before. I was able to make you dead before.
What's happening? She swings again, and this time she hits something, or something hits her. She looks down in confused terror as her arm bends and folds in upon itself. She's beginning to believe.
Did you do that? It's funny if you did. You're nothing. You've done nothing to me, and I've done so much to you, and that's who we are. But it's like you're nothing now. You can't be nothing. If you're nothing, then what am I? Am I nothing too? No, I'm the one who hurts you.
She hurled herself at you, but as she does, her metal body bends outwards, the very contact with what you are, or what you aren't, repelling her to the point of destruction. Be formless, shapeless. Allow a sharp foe to vanquish herself. The din of shrieking metal subsides, and something small and delicate falls into your hand. It's her heart. It beats gently, calmly, in your palm. She has always had my heart. Now I have hers in my hand. She's beautiful, isn't she? She's not She's not nothing. She's everything. And now she's gone. Again. Stolen from me again. Not another word is spoken. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns. You do so. Man. We even managed to get rid of... We managed to get rid of the voices before we even... And even the narrator himself before we even came to this mirror. That's a first. I wonder what that means. It means we're beginning to see the truth of the conflict, perhaps. That we are simply nothing defined into existence by a narrator. And without that, without the voices, what are we? Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But they didn't. But it didn't make them leave, did it? The remains you've unraveled. Alright, back here.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Nothing but a single heart. But that's what they've always been, isn't it? Everything else is just a shell. That's why she always refers to them as making for a heart. It's an odd-looking heart, isn't it? Doesn't look quite human. But then, why would it? Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest me.
Maybe that's the case for you, but... I've never thought that way. To think that people are too small for us is nonsense. Same nonsense that leads to you consuming everything you touch, as if it doesn't matter except what it can do for you. As if you being complete matters more than all those people you've consumed. All the perspectives lost. Do you think that anything is real out there? Do you think that we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
And really, the idea of asking if something is real, the idea of asking if something is real or not, it's not really a question of whether it exists. It's a question of whether it is what you think it is. A forgery, for instance, is not real. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist. That just means it's not what it purports to be. An image on a screen is a thing that exists, but it isn't the thing itself that it is an image of. Maybe, and the thing that it is an image, and when it comes to those sorts of things, like things in games that we say aren't real, it's because the thing that it purports to be isn't real. It isn't a thing that exists except in that forgery. Ow. That note hurt. Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart.
Cruelty and joy. Yeah.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So I've heard. Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
I'm not so certain about that. Ever heard of the concept of lucid dreaming? I've been dealing with that a lot before. But then I guess you could argue that if you are lucid dreaming, you are still awake. You're just not. But that's getting into semantics. When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I'm not really certain about that, actually. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
I don't know. What do you mean empty? It says constantly shifting to something new. That's not... How is that emptiness? That's just... being... being a person. Constantly shifting. I mean... There is a concept, a thought experiment, the Theseus's ship. The idea is if something changes, if you replace every piece of a thing, is it still that thing? And the answer is yes, obviously. Because if it wasn't the case, then there wouldn't really be an argument to be made that anything ever remains the same thing at all. And therefore, because that's just not how concepts work. A thing is always shifting. That's not... If it... Never mind. He lives in the space beyond. He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact. A lot of interesting choices. Hold on.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Okay. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it.
Isn't there?
If you find him,
Oh.
remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
And when I find him, you and I are finally going to have answers.
Do not look to one who fears me for your truth. The only answers worth knowing are those we can find within ourselves.
No. That's not true, is it? If that were the case, then... Well, I guess I can see why you'd think that, because that's all there is for you, but... And maybe that's why you are the way you are. How contemptible. When I find him, I'm going to kill him.
If he is anything other than us, he isn't worth the effort to destroy.
You really are self-centered, aren't you? I don't even... You keep talking about us. But you never talk about me, do you? You're just talking about yourself. You don't know anything about me, do you? Except that I'm not you. I don't even think you care. You keep talking about the answers we find in ourselves, but you just seem to care about the answers you find in yourself. Yes, but you're going to keep that to yourself.
It's nice to be with someone whose thoughts I can never know as mine.
You've never even tried. How many more vessels do I need to bring to you?
One.
Oh.
Whatever you bring me next will be enough. And then gravity gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Huh. That's soon, huh? Fancy that. Well then. I expected there to be at least 2 more, but... At least 2 more, 2 more than there are. Like, that would be nice, 7 or something, but... No, just 5. Shorter game than I expected. But then I guess... replayability and all that. This is the last time. Is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart.
So you
The
say.
only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
This is the last stage before your completion. They're not going to go back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. There is, but I'm not going to.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are.
Will they? I think I already do know.
I will be here, waiting for you.
Alright. A beating vessel. Bring the razor's heart to her. Alright then. Well, that was, well, I guess the penultimate episode of this playthrough of Play the Princess. Will I do more after we finish? Probably. Next time? What will I do? I guess I'll have to revisit one of my previous choices, find another path. And you know what? I think I know exactly what that path will be. It's going to be painful, but I have to try. Next time, I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. But until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. Fuck you all so much for watching, and so long, suckers.
You're gonna be okay, kid.